Chapter 1. A Restless Night. The night was quiet in Willow Village. A cold wind moved slowly through the tall trees behind Anna's house. The branches of the old willow tree outside her window swayed gently, making soft whispering sounds in the darkness. Anna lay in her bed, staring at the ceiling. She had lived in Willow Village for several months now. The village was peaceful, far from the noise of the city. Most nights were calm and silent, but tonight felt different. For some reason, Anna could not fall asleep. She turned to the side and looked out the window. The moon hung low in the sky, pale and distant. The forest at the edge of the village looked darker than usual. Anna closed her eyes. Eventually sleep came, but it did not bring rest. It brought a dream. Anna found herself standing in a forest. At first, she thought it was the forest near Willow Village, but something felt strange. The trees were enormous. Their trunks were thick and ancient, covered with moss and deep cracks. Their branches stretched high into the sky, blocking most of the light. The air felt heavy and old. Anna walked slowly forward. The ground was covered with soft leaves and strange, glowing plants she had never seen before. A faint blue mist floated between the trees. "This place feels strange," Anna whispered. The deeper she walked, the older the forest seemed. Soon she saw a large tree in front of her. Something was carved into its trunk. Anna stepped closer. It was a symbol, a circle surrounded by 4 curved lines. The symbol glowed faintly in the darkness. Anna slowly reached out her hand. Just as her fingers touched the symbol, a sudden wind rushed through the forest. Leaves flew through the air, and a soft voice whispered in the darkness, "Guardian." Anna froze. She looked around quickly. "Who's there?" she called, but no one answered. Only the wind moved through the ancient forest. The whisper came again, "Guardian." Anna suddenly woke up. She sat up in her bed, breathing quickly. Her room was quiet again. Moonlight still shone through the window. "It was just a dream," she said softly, but something felt wrong. Her fingers still felt cold. Anna looked toward the forest outside. The trees were silent, but for a moment, she thought she saw a faint blue light deep inside the forest. Chapter 2. Echoes in the Wind. The next morning, Willow Village looked peaceful as always. Warm sunlight covered the small wooden houses. Birds sang in the trees, and the air smelled fresh. Anna walked slowly along the village road with a cup of coffee in her hand. But she could not stop thinking about the dream. The ancient forest, the glowing symbol, and the voice that called her guardian. It was only a dream, she told herself. Still, the memory felt too real. Later that afternoon, Anna decided to take a walk. She followed the narrow path that led toward the forest outside the village. She had walked this road many times before. Usually the forest felt calm and beautiful. But today something felt different. The closer she walked to the trees, the quieter everything became. The wind moved gently through the branches, but the sound felt strange, almost like a whisper. Anna stopped walking. She listened carefully. For a moment, there was only silence. Then, the wind carried a faint voice. "Guardian." Anna's heart skipped. She quickly turned around, but the path behind her was empty. "Hello?" she called. No one answered. Only the wind moved through the leaves. Anna shook her head. "I must be imagining things." She stepped deeper into the forest. Tall trees surrounded her. Sunlight filtered through the leaves above. Everything looked normal. Yet Anna felt a strange sensation, as if the forest was watching her. Then the wind blew again, and the whisper returned, "Anna." This time the voice said her name. Anna froze. Her heart began to beat faster. "Who's there?" she asked softly. But again there was no answer, only the rustling of branches. Anna slowly walked forward until she reached a small clearing. At the center stood a massive tree. Its trunk was wide and dark, older than any tree she had ever seen. Something was carved into its bark. Anna stepped closer. Her eyes widened. It was the same symbol from her dream, a circle surrounded by 4 curved lines. The symbol looked ancient. Anna reached out her hand slowly. Just before she touched the carving, a strong wind rushed through the clearing. Leaves spun in the air, and the whisper returned, "Guardian." Anna pulled her hand back quickly. Her heart raced. The dream had not been just a dream. Somehow, the forest remembered. Chapter 3: Visions of an Ancient Forest. That night the dream returned, but this time it was clearer, stronger. Anna stood once again inside the strange forest, but now she noticed something new. This forest looked different from the one near Willow Village. There were no roads, no houses, no village, only endless ancient trees stretching across the land. The air felt powerful, almost alive. Anna walked slowly between the enormous trunks. Then she saw something in the distance. People. A small group of figures stood in a circle. They wore long, dark robes. At the center of the circle stood a stone well. The well looked very old. Strange, glowing symbols covered its surface. Anna immediately recognized the symbol, the same one carved into the tree. The robed figures began to chant. Their voices echoed through the forest. The ground trembled slightly. Wind began swirling around the well. Anna watched silently. She could not move. It was as if she were watching a memory from long ago. One of the robed figures stepped forward. He raised his hand. A bright light appeared above the well. The chanting grew louder. Then suddenly, something deep inside the well moved. A dark shadow slowly rose from the darkness below. The air grew cold. The forest trembled. The shadow twisted like smoke. Ancient, powerful, dangerous, the robed figures raised their hands together. The glowing symbols around the well burst into bright light. A powerful seal formed across the opening. The shadow struggled. Then slowly it disappeared back into the darkness below. The forest became quiet again. The leader of the group spoke. His voice echoed through the ancient trees. This seal must never break. Then he turned his head. For a moment, he looked directly at Anna, as if he could see her. Across time, Anna gasped. Suddenly the dream began to fade. The forest disappeared. The robed figures vanished. But one last whisper echoed through the darkness. "The guardian will return." Anna woke up suddenly. Her room was dark. The wind outside was stronger than before. She slowly walked to the window. The forest stood silent in the night, but deep inside the trees, a faint symbol glowed, waiting, watching.